Seeds are the very essence of life itself. Right here in southern Africa, the food basket of the African continent, we're seeing the miracle of seeds in a new light. Under the auspices of FANUPAN, the Food, Agriculture and Natural Resources Policy Analysis Network, the countries in this region are pooling their resources in a collaborative effort to radically improve seed production and security.
The Harmonized Seed Security Project is a project to domesticate and implement the SADC seed regulatory system. The SADC seed regulatory system was developed by technicians in seed systems and in plant disease systems in the governments of SADC to harmonize the way they release seed varieties, the way they certify seed, the way they move seed from country to country within SADC.
HaSSP aims to domesticate the regional seed protocol and is expected to stimulate the availability of more varieties, encourage more companies to invest in the seed business, and increase the choices of varieties available to all farmers. The HaSSP initiative was spawned during a stakeholders' common vision meeting hosted at Kopanong in South Africa in 2010, involving stakeholders from various international organizations, governments, corporates, donors, and organized agriculture.
We still say, yeah, we've done something, but there's nothing to show for. So we want to really look at and check where can our mark be seen.
My view is we have to critically analyze the reasons why implementation of these policies are not working at the country level.
My hope is that each country will be able to identify the issues involved, the people involved, including the policymakers, private sector, the farmers, and the officials, and arrive at what needs to be done, and then agree on an action plan to achieve that, so that we have harmonization of seed laws across the region.
There is a need to have comparative regulations so that this movement of seed is easy from one place to another.
Seed is an important ingredient in agricultural productivity, and most of the farmers, especially in sub-Saharan Africa and particularly in the SADC region, have not been able to access quality seed of improved varieties, mainly because we have different policies in different countries, and yet we share seed. So the reason we are here is we want to harmonize those policies to make it easier for farmers to access the seed of quality, improved varieties.
So beyond seed availability, we should be thinking about extension services. How do governments support extension? How farmers literally grow a particular crop or a particular seed? And beyond this project, that's what we are thinking as well. So the first thing was to unblock the policies that have formed barriers to seed movement, and the second level we'll be talking about seed use as well.
The harmonization process to me is key, though as we do the harmonization process, we must be cognizant of the fact that within the seed sector, there are people who are at different levels. There are some companies that are small, there are some companies that are big. This harmonization is going to attract the world players, and this might compromise the smaller companies. So as the harmonization process happens, it needs to take cognizance of the local entrepreneurs.
As a farmer, what we want is that after producing the seed, we would like to have that seed marketed, and we have money in our pockets at the end of the day. It will be sad if, as farmers, we do produce the seeds, and at the end of the day, the seed does not see the market.
4 countries in the region, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Swaziland, have agreed to participate in a pilot project. They are working on removing legislative barriers that restrict the movement of seeds between them. And through HaSSP, they are now testing different hybrid seeds on their soil.
In Swaziland, basically the farmers register. We register the farmers first who will be involved in the seed production. And after registration, they are expected to pay a registration fee. And after the registration fee, that's when the whole process starts. We have to do pre-planting inspection. We have to do post-emergence inspection. We have to check the vegetative growth of the crop up until it reaches the last stage of it. And when we reach the end of it, it's then that we start doing other exercises, like we go take the samples when they've harvested the crop. We provide them with shelling machines so that they can shell the crop, not to use stones or other things that might damage the seed and render it not good quality to the end user.
The HaSSP project is undergoing an internal midterm review to assess the extent to which the project will succeed in its aim to contribute to regional food security. The HaSSP midterm review is based on in-depth consultations with participants in Swaziland, Zambia, Zimbabwe and Malawi, including meeting with FANAPAN node coordinators, meetings with implementing partners of the HaSSP project, and field visits to meet seed-producing farmers. Discussions are held with the HaSSP project managers as well as with SADC personnel responsible for the project. This exercise also includes a comprehensive review of the HaSSP project documents, outputs, financial and progress reports.
I think the capacity building in terms of the seed analysts that have been trained, in terms of the other practitioners, the plant variety protection practitioners, that we've had a very positive response from the partners. I would also say the implementation of the smallholder seed production, that has resonated very well with our partners as well. I think the procurement of the seed certification equipment in terms of the vehicles have been looked at as very positive by our national partners. And I think just creating this forum where they amongst themselves have been able to meet and interact, even as practitioners on the project, but also the people that are implementing legislation in their different countries. These have been learning platforms for them. We've trained farmers in the 4 pilot countries, Malawi, Swaziland, Zambia and Zimbabwe. In the case of Malawi, the farmers are from Dowa and Lumbadzi. In Zambia, they are from Kapirimposhi. In Swaziland, they are from Sheula and Sword. And in Zimbabwe, they are from Zaka. We've trained them to produce seed, and they've actually produced and marketed their seed in one season, and they are producing seed again this season. We've also managed to secure vehicles for the seed certification institutions because they needed vehicles to be able to inspect the seed, and they did not have the vehicles to move from their institutions to the field. We've also conducted audits. We've audited the seed certification systems in these countries, as well as the phytosanitary systems, so that we can know what are the training needs in those countries. We've also trained practitioners in terms of seed testing, in terms of the tests that they need to conduct before variety release, and we've got an ongoing training program at the moment.
Expected outcomes for the HaSSP pilot project include new seed variety release policies in Malawi, Swaziland, Zambia and Zimbabwe, aligned with SADC protocols. In addition, new phytosanitary and seed certification policies are expected to be aligned with regional protocols. Moreover, measures to operationalize policies and related capacity of local governments, civil service, and other key stakeholders will be strengthened, and seed certification facilities will be significantly improved and function efficiently in these 4 countries.
HaSSP will definitely affect the rest of the agricultural sector, because one of the tenets of HaSSP is that when the legislation is harmonized amongst our countries, what we are actually doing is we are increasing the market size. We are increasing the seed market size. And that makes it attractive for seed companies. At the moment, seed companies have not seen our region as attractive, because if you actually want to do seed business in this part of the region, you have to set up base in Zimbabwe and understand how the legislation in Zimbabwe and produce and market your seed according to that law. The same thing in Zambia, the same thing in Swaziland. What we are actually doing by harmonizing our legislation is we are actually increasing the market. We are actually excited that we are getting to the midterm review, because it's been a learning opportunity. Actually, this midterm review dissemination workshop is actually to disseminate what we've found out in the midterm review sessions we've had at national level. It's been good to engage the partners, to hear how they have found the project from inception even up to now, what have been the challenges for them, what have been the successes for them, what they see as the way forward.
It is already clear that by successfully leveraging regional partnerships, we can bring about remarkable efficiencies in a relatively short time frame. HaSSP is not only proving the success of well-managed regional cooperation, but also that collective efforts like these augur well for the future.